Hi, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Killer Author Club. We're so excited you're here. We have Elle Marr on her actual pub day, which is so fun to talk to an author on the big day. Anyway, so grab your cocktail and make sure you have your questions ready to drop in the comments, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Thought you really loved me, guess I was wrong. Thought you'd never leave me, guess I was dumb. Waited like forever to be your plus one, but I guess you were done.
All right, welcome everybody. I am Killer Kara here with Killer Kimberly and Killer Heather, and we are the we are the Killer Author Club here hosting Elle Marr tonight. So, as you guys know, we started this back during those dark pandemic days as a way to talk to authors about their books and celebrate books in a new and different way. And we're so glad that so many of you guys have been joining us on our journey. So, as I said, drop your comments in, and you guys are already commenting, which is great, in the in your sidebar, wherever you drop them, and we'll be getting to them and asking Elle questions. And as you know, that's also where you can participate in the giveaways and come join the club. This is our little promotional moment. If you're watching this on Facebook or have a Facebook account, check out our public group, Killer Author Club. Or if you're really into killing, in the fictional sense, you should join the members only Killer Author Clubhouse, where we host book clubs like we just did earlier tonight with Meg Gardner. And we have more coming up really soon, which is going to be great. Okay, so we also have a YouTube channel, and I checked right before we went on because I'm kind of passionate about this. Okay, you guys, we're up to 260 subscribers, which is way up from the 9 we started with. So yeah, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We love it when you do that. So that's great. And you can find us all wasting entirely too much time on Instagram and Facebook, Twitter, a little bit of TikTok here and there. And for links to everything, watch the comments or check out the Killer Author Club website, killerauthorclub.com. And now, without further ado, Kimberly, will you please introduce tonight's guest?
I would love to. So Elle Marr is the #1 Amazon charts best-selling author of Strangers We Know, Lies We Bury, and The Missing Sister. Originally from Sacramento, Elle graduated from UC San Diego before moving to France, where she earned a master's degree from the Sorbonne University in Paris. I want to hear all about that. She now lives and writes in Oregon with her family. Publishers Weekly said Marr is a writer to watch. And now, Elle, would you give us a quick elevator pitch overview of The Family Bones, which we loved?
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Killer Author Club, for having me here. I'm excited to chat with you all. The Family Bones is a locked room thriller set in the mountains of Eastern Oregon, where a family reunion of psychopaths goes horribly wrong. Throw in a true crime podcaster, Bertie Tan, who obsesses over cold cases that the media loses track of or doesn't give much attention to. And I'm hoping it creates a compelling read for readers.
It does.
Loved it. It does do that.
Spoiler alert, it does.
Spoiler alert.
Thank you.
So we're gonna get into talking about the book in a minute, because I have a lot of questions and I've seen them all flip by in the comment section. But for now, everybody settle in for the killer cocktail of this episode, which is Heather.
Yeah, so Elle, you sent us this incredible cocktail, Mommy Juice, which looks
Yes.
delicious. Some of my favorite things, cranberry juice, and vodka is necessary depending on Monday or if it's Friday or anywhere in between. So Elle, tell us why you chose Mommy Juice.
Well, it's Tuesday for the record. So however much someone wanted to add vodka today would have been appropriate, because it's not really clear. So no judgment here. I chose Mommy Juice because The Family Bones does have some mommy issues, and it does feature some mothers prominently. And I was also pregnant while I was writing this book. So all the way around, it made sense. And it's a delicious drink. I highly recommend.
Absolutely. Well, here's on your pub day, Elle. Congratulations. And we are so happy for you and so excited to really dig into the book.
Thank you very much. That means a lot. Thank you.
Okay. So, Kara, What is
Okay.
our killer question today?
I am ready, Heather. I am ready. Okay. So, Publishers Weekly gave the Family Bones a starred review, writing Marr expertly builds tension by alternating between the two narratives, which eventually merge and build to an explosive conclusion. Readers will be captivated from the very first page. That's such a, awesome review. Congratulations. But
Thank
it's
you.
really true. I love this story. And I said, I love it when I say something good. Smart, razor sharp, and shocking. The Family Bones will keep you up late at night with all the lights on. A family of psychopaths trapped by bad weather at an isolated retreat. What could possibly go wrong? All right. So anyway, so congratulations. So now here's the killer question, Elle. Who do you kill?
Such a difficult question. Yeah, without spoilers. And thank you again, Kara, for providing a blurb for this book. It meant a lot to me that you read it, and that you had nice things to say. So thank you again. I kill frequently the people that that readers don't want me to kill. And I've learned to rein that in a little bit over the last several books. My instinct is to go for the jugular. But I think I hope that I've struck a happy medium since I started writing. But initially I was like, all your darlings are not safe. They're gone. Say goodbye. As soon as you like someone, they're out.
So
but I've gotten a little less George R.R. Martin these days.
That's great. So you're like a ruthless killer, I think. You were, but you're tempering everything now. So that's
motherhood has made me soft.
Well, right. As it does. And then you drink mommy juice and you get softer. Oh my gosh. All right. So in the opening book, there is the opening of the book, there's an ancestry chart, which I loved because I felt like I was reading like historical fiction. Yeah. And so was that your idea, or how did that come about?
Kind of hard to see, but
yes, exactly. Right there. I thought it would be a great way to keep everybody straight, because it's a family reunion. There's naturally going to be a few different personalities there and several names. And I also just love ancestry charts, family trees, anything that provides more detail into the world that I'm diving into. That's just me. I hope that other readers will agree. But when I'm in a book, I want to know everything about the people. So there's a few little Easter eggs in the chart, if you look closely, that describe what the person's current state of incarceration or not, and what their previous criminal history may have been. So I hope that it's something interesting and further fleshes out the world that the reader is in at that moment.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was a great touch. Oops. Okay.
Loved it. All right. So Julie asked, do you know a lot of psychopaths?
Julie, I'm sure I do. I'm sure I do. I won't name names, but that's the nature of psychopathy, right? It's not just all, lumbering frames in dark doorways like Michael Myers. The nature of, and this is something that I wasn't really aware of fully until I started researching this book. Psychopathy is so much more, there's such a spectrum of it. And so there are plenty of very high functioning psychopaths in society, in positions of power, CEOs, politicians, den mothers. There are a lot. More than I think we think of, because we're trained to think of like Hollywood terms. So although I can't give you names and I have zero to back this up, yes, I probably do know several psychopaths.
And so do you.
Yeah, so do we all, I'm afraid.
Right.
So before we went live, we were talking a little bit about your research for this. Can you talk a little bit more about how you did research? And what I wanted to know too is the premise of your main character, she's researching whether or not you can tell by a certain age whether you're going to be a psychopath or not. Is that a real thing, or did you make that up?
It's a little bit of artistic license. Definitely, current medical thinking is that we don't know. There are no pre-existing or like markers that can tell us if someone is significantly likely to be a psychopath or not, or to, be a sociopath, to be any one of those related cognitive disorders, right? It's the one thing that we do tend to see is that it runs in families. And so that's something that I discovered in research for my previous books. And the idea stuck with me of, what if there was a concentration of this neurodivergent condition, and very few of them were actually bloodthirsty, cold-blooded killers. Many of them were generally functioning, or they were spanning the umbrella of antisocial personality disorder, the greater term for sociopathy, psychopathy, and several other, or like borderline personality disorder. That's another one. I wanted to see what that would look like altogether in one family, since that seems to be the only indicator of whether that might occur in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So I just thought it would be really interesting to then examine that in the confines of a secluded mountain resort.
Right. And was that a real place? Was that based on a real place? That resort?
No, fictitious. Okay. No one can go there and enact any crazy scene recreations. Totally fictitious. But
if it were a real place.
Yeah, definitely. It would be all over Yelp.
Yeah.
But it does, I did set it in the Meller Forest, which is in Eastern Oregon, which is a real nature preserve. And it's beautiful. I actually set it, I was looking for a location in Eastern Oregon, scrolling on Google Maps as one does, and saw the name immediately. And then secondarily realized it had all of the boxes that I needed to check for my setting. But the name is Meller Forest, which in French means unfortunate or bad luck.
Oh, wow.
Perfect.
That's cool. Yeah, what a great find.
Yeah.
That is real.
Right. My psychopaths need to go to an unfortunate place. Yeah. I
Yeah.
like it. I like it.
Well, and I loved Birdie's character. She's a true crime podcaster, and I know I'm obsessed with true crime podcasts. How about you? Where did that character come from?
Yes, I definitely am. Well, I wouldn't say I'm obsessed. I'm a very casual true crime podcast listener, mostly because I have a very active imagination. I spent like a year really deep diving into these podcasts a couple years ago, and then was like, I'm at my max for like a decade. I need to take a break. But I was also inspired by Michelle McNamara, the author of I'll Be Gone in the Dark, of course, whose efforts were really kind of revelatory in leading to the Golden State Killers, ultimate identification through DNA testing. I'm of the camp that Michelle McNamara was a driving force in leading to his identification. And she is a stay-at-home mom who researched his cold case file and his victims' cases, when her kid was asleep in the off hours for years and years. And so I took a lot of inspiration from her in writing Birdie, who is a stay-at-home mom, true crime podcaster, whose kid has gone to kindergarten, and now she's got a extra free time. And
I can
she loves true crime.
See that I'll Be Gone in the Dark is one of my all-time favorite nonfiction books.
That book scared the pants off of me. I could not read it in the dark. I had to read it during daylight.
And I don't scare easily, and that book scared me. It really did. Yeah.
I felt the same way.
Yeah.
I think it was something about like someone looking through your window, right? Because that's what the Golden State Killer did. He was kind of a peeping Tom who turned murderous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And selectively too. I met someone who is convinced that he was under her bed.
Seriously?
But he didn't do anything. He was just under the bed, and then he left, like crept out.
Okay. See? I can't read that book in the dark.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The title is I'll Be Gone in the Dark, by the way. Yeah. I know Niels was asking about it. Okay, I'll Be Gone in the Dark.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. So good. I'll Be Gone.
Well, talking about titles, how did the Family Bones, that title come about?
There was a question in there too.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I came up with it, which I'm not always able to do. Sometimes my editor says, try again. And but I came up with it, and it was to evoke, at once to give it a sense of the main characters and generally the emotional stakes there. It is about family. It's not a retreat of psychopathic, fringe people who are just going like crazy outside of society's lines. It's a family reunion with some colorful characters, some of which are neurodivergent, some of which have criminal pasts. And it's the Family Bones is meant to say it's about family, and also there are some secrets, there are some bones, maybe some buried secrets.
Yeah.
The notes I took on it were much more thorough, but it ended up being the one that stuck, and I'm very happy with it. I'm grateful to be able to have a say in the titles there.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
title.
I'm the worst at titles. I think titles are so hard.
I'm the worst.
I love
They are
titles.
hard.
I'm always the opposite. I love titles.
Really?
Oh yeah. I have to have a title before I can start writing.
Really?
Yeah.
And do
title.
all
That's
your
impressive.
titles stick?
Not always. Best Day Ever stuck from like the first.
But that's the perfect
movie.
title. Like
The Next Wife was the second wife, but kind of close. The Favorite Daughter was Favorite Daughter.
Yeah, that's good.
So,
I'm
those are all
like
great.
0 for 10. On
Yeah.
titles.
Yeah. Yeah. 1, assuming the next one sticks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Assuming the next.
They're
one.
hard.
they are hard.
We don't know.
Very hard.
Yeah, I love that part. Okay, anyway. Okay, let's see. You know what? I also thought that, I mean, this is just an observation. Maybe it's not right, but you have like a very strong woman empowerment message through your books, even though you're writing about, a reunion of these people. Is that on purpose?
Oh yeah, I definitely think, I mean, I have written characters that I don't identify with at all, but I tend to, I can't help it, I imbue parts of myself in my stories, and I am all about writing stories that I didn't see enough of growing up. And I think that I've really become more a part of the public consciousness over the last couple of years. However, I mean, it's all relative, right? But it's something that I'm passionate about, and I hope that my kids are, when they're old enough to read this stuff, that they look back and think, oh, I see you in those. I see you in those pages, and then it's hopefully that I'm consistent. But it is important to me to have a story that I want to read, and for me, it's not. I want my characters to have strong emotional arcs and to have their conflicts, and then to come out hopefully learning something, maybe not, but it's important to me to include 3-dimensional characters, some of whom I like and some of whom I don't, but all of which are going through emotional, maybe physical turmoil, because I think that's interesting to watch, because we all do that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love it. Yeah.
Okay.
Rolling through, make sure we're not.
Yeah.
Brenda's here from the Kristen Harmel. She says she has to switch gears now from saving lives to killing. Speaking of killing, okay, you include, and I don't want to, it's maybe a little bit of a spoiler, so I'm going to drop a hint in here, and you people have to go read it and let us know what you think. But you use a plot device in this book that is very near and dear to our hearts, the Killer Author Club hearts. You girls know what I'm talking about? Wait. I'm going to see if I can come up with a little
She
hint.
kills people? Oh, that was a spoiler.
Little hint. A little hint.
Ooh.
Over here.
Where?
In the corner.
Oh, yes. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And now I need everybody to go read this book and then tell us what you thought of it, because
Okay. Yes.
Yes, it's
I
kind of
loved
the
it.
heart
I
of Killer Author
actually
Club.
squealed when I got to that part.
Yes, yeah. You're right. It's the heart of the Killer Author Club. So you guys, maybe we'll make that the question for the giveaway. I'm kidding. We won't. Don't worry. We might. No, we won't. We won't do that.
Yeah.
All right, Elle.
Okay, so
you got
here's a
one?
question. Wait, where did it go? They scroll so fast, sometimes I lose them. Here, what are favorite genres as far as reading? Do you read outside of this genre?
Oh gosh, I remember when I used to read. I usually read very widely, cross-genre, all kinds of books, and I prefer it that way. I've been reading a lot more thriller suspense recently for research, but I've also been, I've not been prioritizing reading as much as I would love to. I describe myself as a reader, but I haven't been able to balance that as well as I'd like recently. But I am reading Lucy Foley's The Guest List, and it's fantastic.
I
And
haven't
I'm
read that one
almost
yet.
done.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's good. Yeah, it's really good.
I haven't read that one yet.
It's got great atmosphere too with the locked room idea.
Very.
Very good.
Is that hard to do? Have I done a locked room? I guess I kind of sort of have with one of my books. But did you find that harder or easier? Because I mean, after a while, you're kind of like, all right, should we change locations? What did you think?
I do think it's challenging. And I also think it's challenging to acknowledge the existing ideas around locked room and then to subvert those expectations.
Yeah.
I think that's the real crux of it. Because I mean, since Agatha Christie, every idea has kind of been done in some way, but it's about your specific spin on it. Mm-hmm. And doing a locked room setting, I hadn't really done it all in that sense before. So I did find it different.
Yeah.
So will you do that again then? Do you think?
Not for a while. I hope not. Well,
but I think it helps too. You had the what was it, like a journal entries, in there, and that kind of helps that it doesn't feel like it's all in one spot, right?
That's my hope.
Yeah,
definitely. And then also the newspaper articles as well. There are a couple of different story formats that I choose that I included in the book. And I hope that the newspaper articles are also a way to get to know the Ericksons in the same way that the family tree is, to kind of really build out the experience for the reader.
Yeah, that was fun.
Totally.
How do you write that? Are you working from an outline? Do you go through like beginning to end, or do you piece it together?
I hit out the major story points because otherwise I wouldn't be able to write under deadline. So I make sure I know, like, the 25% mark, the 36% mark, 50% mark all the way through. And then I know how it ends generally, but everything in between those, like, I think it's like 8 points, 8 beats. Everything in between is kind of up for grabs and is informed by the previous ideas that I had that might change along the way. So I'm a little bit of a combo. It's a pantser planner kind of approach. Yeah. I miss being able to just write without any kind of outline, but I'm not able to do that right now at this stage in my life with kids.
You're busy. Yeah. Busy, young kids.
Yeah.
But I admire it. I love the pantsing approach. I think Kara's a pantser.
I am.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's fun.
I mean, yeah, it's so fun. It really is the best. And I know it doesn't really please my agents or pretty much anybody else but me, but it does. It's my favorite way to write.
Mm-hmm. Well, it turns
I
out
get that.
So, yeah. For sure.
Somebody says pretty flowers in your background. Are those pub day flowers?
They're pub day flowers. Pub day flowers for my husband. Very nice. I haven't had a chance to put them in real water yet, though. It's got like this much water at the bottom.
Those
But next.
Pub day. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a busy pub day. Oh my gosh.
Love it. All right. So it is time for our killer giveaway. Elle is giving away 2 signed copies of The Family Bones to 2 lucky killers. All you have to do is answer this question about our killer guest, and we will come back tomorrow around this time and pick at random from the correct answers. Bonus points for joining the club or subscribing to our YouTube channel. The question is, what fabulous foreign university did Elle attend to earn her master's degree? What could it be?
Drop that in the comments.
Drop it in the comments, and we will come back tomorrow night.
Yes.
And choose.
Yep. And every episode, we ask our killer guests to share their favorite independent bookseller with us, because the Killer Author Club loves bookstores, and so appreciate everyone's support of them. So, Elle, you selected Two River Books, where you can order your own copy of The Family Bones. And Elle, tell us why you chose this fabulous store in Portland.
Well, they're so wonderful. They actually hosted an event for me a couple of books ago in 2021. And I just love the owner and love their appreciation of books and just local readership. They're very hands-on, and if anyone comes in and they're looking for a book, they have recommendations. It's the quintessential small town bookshop.
And when I was looking at the website, I see they have like a yarn shop included.
Yes.
Correct? So you can pick up if you're a knitter, you can pick up your yarn as well as your next read.
They're so great. They have something for everybody.
Fun. So we'll be dropping the link to Rivers.
Already did it.
Oh, great. Into the comments. Yeah. There it is. So you can order Elle's books and any others on your wish list. So thank you for that, Elle.
Yeah, thanks. All right, you guys. And now it's time for our Killer Author Club Celebrate section, because we are having too many requests, which is awesome, but we can't have everybody live on the show, but we want to celebrate our fellow authors. So tonight we're going to celebrate Kristen Bird and I Love It When You Lie, and Alma Katsu's Red London. All right, so the setup to I Love It When You Lie is the Williams women don't just keep secrets, they bury them. That's awesome. And the cover is gorgeous. And it received a Publishers Weekly starred review. Samantha Downing said the story is irresistible and compulsive. This book is packed full of surprises. So congratulations to Kristen. And it's her debut, and it's out March 14th. And in Alma Katsu's Red London, also out on March 14th, CIA agent Lindsay Duncan's newest asset might just be her long-needed confidant or her greatest betrayal. Wah, wah, wah. This is the second in a series that began with Red Widow. So congratulations to Alma, and congratulations to both of you. Yay.
So cute, Heather.
That's
You're
so
killing
happy.
it with the graphics.
Good job, Heather.
So membership has its privileges, y'all. Every episode we choose a name from the Killer Author Clubhouse, which is our private Facebook group. We draw a name from the hat to win a piece of Killer Author Club swag. We have t-shirts, we have mugs, we have phone cases, we have hats, we have all sorts of cups and mugs and all sorts of great stuff. So make sure to go check it out at killerauthorclub.com. And tonight's winner is Kristen Casella. Kristen, if you are watching, please send one of the killers your address, and we will send the Killer Author swag your way.
All right. Congratulations to Kristen. And Elle, congratulations to you, because we're at that time of the show when we bestow upon our guests an award, because you are one of the few who have survived.
Yay!
So you receive this lovely badge. You can print it out.
Thank you very much.
And
I'm honored. Thank you.
Yeah, matches your outfit.
I'm gonna go right here.
You're right, exactly.
Thank you.
yes, you're welcome. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. And Heather, do we have any new swag, or have we covered all of our swag
I think
that we got printed? I guess we shared that last time, but we have like these cute tote bags now, you guys.
Adorable tote bags.
Water bottles. So anyway, yeah, check out Killer Author Club.
Check it all out.
so cute.
All right. So that does it for this episode of the Killer Author Club. Thank you so much, Elle. Thanks for being here and sharing all your stories, and congratulations on your pub date. We're so happy you joined us. Yay.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. And we are back next week with the one and only New York Times bestselling Sally Hepworth to discuss her latest hit, The Soulmate. So we'll see you right here next Tuesday, March 14th, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. And in the meantime, follow us all on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and go shopping at killerauthorclub.com. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.